Carlos says he's been promised it. Morales was the backup.
Yeah, I know. He was telling me, I'm coming in there after the fight. I said, yeah. Just let Islam have his moment. And, you know, we don't need you running in there with the whole fucking Muslim Brotherhood in here tonight. We don't need that shit.
Prates seems to think he's the guy, and the UFC's kind of hinted at it. Would you be okay if that was the next fight?
Yeah, why not? Not a kick. He's gonna be a good opponent, you know. Excited fighter. It's gonna be a good fight. Too much contenders. We have to know who is the number one contender.
Islam Makhachev already has his next title defense locked in with a massive knockout prediction, while Mackenzie Dern and Joe Rogan just absolutely ripped into Ian Garry. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for daily MMA updates.
What were your thoughts on the fight?
It was a really good fight, you know. I really want Ian to win, but I expected already Makhachev would get the win. I'm really excited now. My time to fight him and get the title.
What is the message to Islam?
Can't wait to fight him. The only way to beat Islam is knocking him out.
Starting off with our top story, Islam Makhachev already has his next title challenger confirmed, and the trash talk is heating up fast. Fresh off his record-breaking 17th straight win against Ian Garry at UFC 330, Makhachev is looking ahead. Reported by Ariel Helwani, top welterweight contender Carlos Prates just met with Hunter Campbell, signed a massive new multi-fight contract, and is officially next in line for the 170-pound strap. Prates didn't hold back on the Ariel Helwani show, promising absolute violence against the Dagestani king. Prates stated, "I'm the next for the title. I know I'm a really big underdog, but I will shock the world. I know I'll knock him out. I promised everybody in Brazil I will bring that belt home." The MMA community is completely split on this matchup. Fans on X are pointing out that Prates' lethal striking could be Islam's kryptonite, while former double champ Daniel Cormier noted that if Prates can't stop the early takedown, it's going to be a long, miserable night on the canvas for the Brazilian. Who do you guys think wins this matchup? Can Prates actually flatline Islam? Let us know down below.
Ian Garry recently said that the world would be a better place if women were in charge. I just want to know, being a UFC woman champion, just kind of your opinion and if you agree with him.
I mean, that's so hard. I come from like a little bit more traditional like upbringing, you know. Obviously the women in my family are super strong and independent, and they taught me how to be a strong woman. But I don't know, I like the guy protecting and, you know, leading and doing that stuff, and I like to just relax, and if I need to go to war with him, I will. But yeah, I mean, I'm a mommy and stuff like that, so I think it's very good, strong woman, and we don't depend on guys. We can be independent, but I like the man taking the lead.
Moving on, Ian Garry may have survived 5 rounds with the champion, but he couldn't escape the wrath of Mackenzie Dern. Garry recently drew a massive amount of heat from fans after pandering to the media, stating that the world would be a much better place if women ran everything. Well, UFC strawweight champion Mackenzie Dern completely shut that narrative down during the UFC 330 media day. Dern went off on Garry's comments, explaining she comes from a traditional background and prefers the man to lead. She told reporters, "I'm a mommy. I like the guy protecting, leading, and doing that stuff. If I need to go to war with him, I will. But I like the man taking the lead." The fans absolutely loved Dern's response. The Reddit MMA community was ruthless, roasting Ian Garry for his pandering, with one user saying, Dern just hit Garry harder than Islam did. Even fellow pros chimed in on X, praising Dern for keeping it real instead of feeding into the PR machine. Do you agree with Mackenzie Dern's traditional take? Or was Ian Garry right? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
What about the fight maybe surprised you the most? Was it like his resistance on the takedown? Was it his striking, if anything at all?
Jan is good opponent, and very hard to fight with someone who stand and wait, He just waiting, and very hard to show good performance with someone like that. He stand, I see his leg, try to take him down. He have some good defense, but very hard to show good performance with someone like that.
You clearly won the first 2 rounds, and then 2 of the judges gave him the third and the fourth. So it was, getting pretty close in that 5th round. Did you feel you needed to go and, get that takedown with a few minutes left and just close the fight strong?
Of course, this is some of them give 1 rounds or 4th rounds, but I feel I won the 3 rounds, before the last round, But Khabib and all corners say you have to win the last round. And on the last round, I feel I can take him down, do some things more, because this 3rd and 4th round not very tough, and I have power to finish, to go show the good performance end of the fight,
And you dropped him with that head kick in the second. Did you think you were going to be able to get him out of there in that moment?
Yeah, I just told in some media, he happy I don't have big leg, I just catch him with my fingers, and it's good shot, After that, I try to land it some punch, go crazy, don't control my emotion, and almost finish him.
It was a difficult fight. There's some guys like Morales are absolutely gigantic. And what happens if he fights those guys? Morales kills everybody. Right. Ian is not that same guy. He doesn't have nuclear power. Carlos Prates has nuclear power. No. Morales has nuclear power. And they're both massive guys.
And speaking of Ian Garry, Joe Rogan and Islam Makhachev had plenty to say about his grappling performance inside the octagon. During the UFC 330 post-fight interview and on a recent episode of the JRE podcast, the focus shifted to how Garry handled Makhachev's relentless wrestling. Makhachev secured the decision, but he admitted Garry wasn't a walk in the park. Islam told Joe Rogan inside the cage that Garry gave him a hard time, specifically crediting legendary submission artist Damian Maia for the Irishman's grappling defense. However, Makhachev stopped short of calling it his toughest fight, hinting his first war with Volkanovski was harder. Rogan echoed this on his podcast, breaking down how Islam's offensive wrestling is just historically unstoppable, no matter how much Garry prepared. Reactions across the community acknowledge Garry's toughness. Chael Sonnen pointed out that surviving 5 rounds with Makhachev is a victory in itself, while fans on X noted that Garry showed massive improvements, but is still miles away from touching UFC gold. Will Ian Garry ever develop the wrestling needed to become a champion? Give us your prediction. On the flip side, we have some absolutely chaotic backstage drama, as Sean Strickland just leaked private DMs with former welterweight champion Tyron Woodley. The beef started when coach Din Thomas caught massive backlash for abandoning Jillian Robertson after she lost to Mackenzie Dern at UFC 330. Thomas claimed he took her as far as she could go, prompting Strickland to ruthlessly blast Thomas online for being selfish. Tyron Woodley slid into Strickland's DMs to defend his longtime friend, warning him, "Watch your mouth. I'm ride or die about him. Don't cross that line." Strickland, being his usual unfiltered self, replied, "Bro, what are you gonna do?" and then sent Woodley a brutal screenshot of his 6-fight combat sports losing streak. Fans are calling Strickland a complete menace. Full Mount MMA and the community on X went crazy over the leak, stating that weaponizing Woodley's late career boxing and MMA record was pure evil, but completely on brand for Strickland. Did Sean Strickland cross the line with Tyron Woodley, or was it fair game? Let us hear it. Finally, wrapping things up with a massive shakeup at lightweight regarding the highly anticipated UFC 331 card. Take this with a grain of salt, but wild rumors are circulating that Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira has pulled out of his upcoming title eliminator against Arman Tsarukyan, and Tsarukyan is absolutely furious. Tsarukyan didn't hold back his frustrations, publicly doubting Oliveira's injury. He called out the former champion to the media, stating he doesn't understand the excuse and implying that Charles is actively looking for a way out of the rematch. The MMA community is heavily divided on this one. Die-hard Oliveira fans are defending his history of fighting anyone, anytime, while Tsarukyan supporters on Reddit believe Do Bronx knows he can't handle Arman's relentless wrestling pressure a second time, that if Charles is officially out, who should Arman Tsarukyan fight next? Let us know in the comments. Now, let's take a look at the top comments from our last video. User MMA Fanatic 99 says, Islam is just on another level right now. Nobody at 170 can stop his wrestling. User Stand and Bang says, Carlos Prates has the touch of death. If Islam makes one mistake, it's over. And Fight Guru adds, Strickland is out of control for bringing up Woodley's record like that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the MMA Zone, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll see you in the next one.